Hello again, it's Mr. Archie Stuff here. Now today it's records, and it's also camera test because I've got some new cameras. So I'm going to spice it all together and we'll see what it looks like. Anyway, here's the first one. Now, the bag's very ripped, but I think it's probably the bag it came in. And it's a bit unusual, this one. In fact, quite a lot of these records are actually a bit unusual. This is Teddy Bear's Picnic, and it's on Peter Pan Records, and this is actually an American label. And you might ask, you know, is it a vinyl? Is it a 78? Well, it's a non-breakable 78, so it is probably vinyl or something like it, but it's a 78 and it's designed to be played on some sort of electric machine. You wouldn't put it on a wind-up gramophone. But anyway, so moving on. I think this was in the same shop. This is a little Victory record, Darby and Jones Christmas or Xmas, and the other side is Christmas Wedding Breakfast, Albert Whelan and Co. So that's Victory 281. I like Victory records, I collect Victory records, so it's very nice to get hold of one of those. Right, here's another one. I think this was bought in the same shop. It's got a little chip in it there, unfortunately. In fact, it's a little chip and a little bit of a crack. Oh yes, this is a Tiptoe Through the Tulips with Me, played by the Rhythm Masters. The other side is Val's Chromatic, played by Peterson's band. That's Victory 212. Now this one, the actual record is Gracie Fields Because I Love You. Well, in fact, the A side. Actually, I'm not sure which is the A side on this one. Well, one side is My Blue Heaven, and then the other side is Because I Love You. I'm not that interested in the record actually. I've got several Gracie Fields. They're okay. I might quite like this one actually. I bought this because of the sleeve. I've never seen a sleeve like that. I did a quick Google on His Master's Voice Band 2 records. I didn't find very much, to be honest, but I thought that sleeve was very interesting, and I thought I'd buy it because of it. Now, next one. This is an old winner. This is the Hellstorm Cornet Solo, Arthur Laycock 3490. On this one, yeah, Rural Britannia Variations. Oh yes, I'm remembering what I bought and why I bought them. This one is Santa Claus's Workshop, #1, a Christmas record for boys. And on the other side is Santa Claus's Workshop #2, a Christmas record for girls. Yeah, that might be quite good as well. Now this one I picked up only today actually, and this is Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Again, only this time this is on sterno, and I pulled this out of a box actually that had quite a few sternos, well, 3 or 4, and quite a few other bits and pieces. But I did try to be a bit picky and only pick the stuff I really wanted. So the other side is Painting the Clouds with Sunshine. So this is from Gold Diggers of Broadway. In fact, both of them are, I think. So I think that dates it to the early 1930s, if I remember rightly. This one I picked up today as well. It's a nice Imperial. The Manager's Benefit Part 1 and the Manager's Benefit Part 2. It's a concert hall recording, and I'm not entirely sure what that is, so that's definitely going to need a play. I think that's probably in its original sleeve as well. So that's quite a nice find. This one also bought today, last night on the back porch. I have this record, or sorry, I have this tune on Winner 3955 apparently, which is a vocal variation. I think this might just be instrumental. It's a good track. The other side is Snake Hips, which I know nothing about, but it says it's a foxtrot. This one here, oh, this is Primo Scala's Accordion Band. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like them. Why did I buy this one? This is Cruising Down the River. I thought that's a good fun track. This is Decca F8612. The other side is Two Can Dream as Cheaply as One, and that's actually got a vocalist on it, Cyril Shane. In fact, Cyril Shane is a vocalist on both sides. Now, as well as 78s, I've picked up a bit of vinyl. This one, let me just get it in the camera shot. Decca, A Journey into Stereo Sound. This is basically the sort of record that would be sold for you to try out your record system on. or your record player on once you've got stereo, once you'd upgraded to stereo. So it's some sample stuff. It's almost like a test record, but not quite. You've got things like train sequence, racing cars at Goodwood, various bits of classical music. It maybe it's the sort of record you put on when your friends came around and you wanted to show off your stereo system. So I will have a play of that at some point. I have just bought a new record player and some speakers for sort of indoor use as opposed to playing with. So I might play that. This one, just a bit of fun, authentic sound effects. So everything from car skid to squeaky door opens and closes. This could be rather fun. I might even make use of some of these. There's a fantastically dated bit on the back here where it talks about special albums in the Golden Guinea series. It says the Golden Guinea Family Album, a wonderful album of 4 records, a 12-inch LP for Mother, music to lighten her day and romantic memories, a 12-inch LP for Father, Let's Really Dance and Everybody Loves Saturday Night, a 7-inch EP for the teenager, Kenny Ball and his Jazzmen, and a 7-inch EP for Junior, which is Stanley Unwin Reed's Fairy Stories. That's not this, that's something else which I've yet to come across, but I just thought, wow, that really does show its age, and apparently this record dates from 1960. So, as well as those, I've got some smaller ones. Now, I've got some foxtrots. This is one of these sort of records that they would have used in dance studios or dance classes, and I buy this sort of stuff because it's not well known, and therefore if I use it as a test record, the chances of YouTube picking it up and causing a problem is fairly low. So I've no idea whether YouTube knows about this one or Google knows about this one, but it might be good for a little bit of playing as a test record. And talking about test records, this is actually a test record for setting up stereo equipment. So this is Deutsches Grammophon technical record. So I think it sounds rather fancier than it actually is. I think, well, I don't know, I haven't played it yet. Yeah, on one side is sound demonstrations, tramcar, train, aeroplane, plus My Blue Heaven again. But on the A side, it might just be tones actually, which would be really nice if it was. So that's actually a proper test record then. I've come across 1 or 2 records actually which I haven't bought, which appear to be test records but actually aren't. And annoyingly enough, there is a test record that I have spotted in a shop, but it's been stapled to the wall as a piece of art. Now, when I'm out and about, especially with the wife, she's looking at 7-inch singles quite a lot, and I ask her to look out for anything a little bit odd, especially single-sided ones. Now this one she got given free. It's in very grubby condition. It says, "Do not play this side." It's actually Tear Fund, the Burundi story, which is a 33 1/3 RPM record. It's not quite what I was after. I will give it a listen to at some point if I can clean it up suitably, but that's an unusual little record. My wife also manages to find quite a lot of children's records. Now these, I'm pretty sure, are actually 45 versions of the 78 golden records. I think what they've done is they've just put 3 onto one. So obviously I look out for the 78 versions of these as well. But there we are. There's one which is on 45, or I think a set of 3 which is on 45. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, I'd be very grateful if you give it a like so that I know and YouTube knows too. Thank you. And this one here actually is an example of the sort of 78 one. So this is just one single one. This is Gala Golden Tone, and I'm pretty sure on the back when it says also available a full range of 7-inch EP records, only 3 and 6 each, it's referring to these here. And in fact, while we're here, just let's see, can we see these records on the back? Well, the only one I can spot is the 3 Bears. That is on here as GG35. So that's what I think is going on there. Now my wife has also found quite a lot of other children's records. Well, first of all, there's another sleeve. That is just the sleeve. There's no record with that one. But again, 3 records in one. This one here. This is a Happy Time record. Now this, interesting enough, even though it looks like a fancy 7-inch single, is actually a 78 RPM record, and that isn't stuck on, that is actually printed on. Yeah, on one side's Robin Hood and the other side is young folks' favourites, things like I've Been Working on the Railroad, Our Kansas Traveller, and I Saw a Ship a-Sailing. In a similar vein, there's a whole pile here of kiddie tunes ones. Now these were designed to play, I think, with the little record player that I have, the little plastic record player. Well, to be honest, probably with the older versions of it than the one I've got, because these sleeves are certainly older. So that's While Shepherds Watch Their Flocks, and Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and The First Noel and Silent Night. Nice Christmas one. This one, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Wouldn't It Be Lovely? That's from My Fair Lady. I Could Have Danced All Night, also from My Fair Lady. A Little Brown Jug, that's traditional. Now these are vinyl, they're quite heavy, they're 78s. They're not to be played obviously on a wind-up gramophone. Anything with a steel needle, well, anything like that with a steel needle will ruin them. Strangely enough, the little record player I have to play them does actually have a steel needle, but obviously the tracking weight is a lot lower. This one's The Minstrel Boy and A Frog He Would a Wooing Go, Simple Simon and the Spider and the Fly. This one is Guitar Strumming Boogie and Hula Rock. Oh, Them Golden Slippers and Tea for Two. And that's from No No Nanette, and I've got that on a 78 somewhere, on a shellac 78 somewhere. Couple more. Oh, When Johnny Comes Marching Home, Marching Through Georgia, Jenny with the Light Brown Hair, Widdicombe Fair, On the Beach of Avignon, and On Ilclamore Bahat. Not sure about that one. And there's also things like this. Now I don't actually collect this, but as it was a nice coloured one, my wife picked this up for me too. So this is a H&V Junior record, The House at Pooh Corner. So that's quite nice. And a few other bits and pieces. This one here, this is another of those dance school type records. I actually played a tiny little bit of this in the portable suitcase video I did a while back. This one here doesn't even look like a record, but it's Happy Birthday, Many Happy Returns of the Day. Play this card on your record player using lightweight pickup. Weirdly enough, it's actually a 78. Seems rather odd. I mean, it looks very sort of 1980s. Maybe it's older, but I find it odd that it's actually a 78. Now, not everything I find are records. These are quite fun. Find these occasionally. These are the bits of paper that go on top of the record player when they're new. And so this is a Garrard Auto Slim 4-speed record player and changer. That not particularly of use to me, but might be of use to somebody else. It's got some nice bits and pieces on the back as well. This is another Victory record, number 304, A Bench in the Park, from the film King of Jazz. And Plantation Song is the other one. So tends to be one sort of copyright track. In fact, that's got a copyright stamp or a sort of fee license stamp there, and this on the back doesn't. So that was the side they had to pay money for, and this was the side that they probably just owned anyway. Now, not all children's records are ones my wife finds. I found this one. This is a kid chord record. I have a few of these already actually. This is Nursery Rhymes. I won't read them all out, but you can see that there's various Nursery Rhymes on there and on that side as well. And I actually have a little album of these. And I might even have this one, but it was just too good to just leave behind. So I grabbed that. And the last one is this Eclipse here. And I've got a few Eclipses. I don't collect them as such, but this is Roy Leslie singing Ain't It Grand to Be Blooming Well Dead. That's actually part 1 and part 2. It says vocal, so I'm not entirely sure what that one is, but I have heard of it. It's in very nice condition. So I picked that one up, and that was today as well. Just a little bit of marking there, but the record is in really crisp condition. Okay, well those are the records that I've picked up in the last couple of months or so. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.